Hola a todos y bienvenidos a una edición más de nuestros sábados saludables. Bienvenidos a esta tarde de sábado 9 de mayo. Nos agrada tener en esta llamada a tantas personas que se están conectando de varias partes del mundo y saludar especialmente a todas aquellas personas de la región de Centro y Suramérica. Déjenme presentarme, mi nombre es Armando Chávez, soy salvadoreño y les saludo desde la bella ciudad de San Salvador. Soy orgullosamente distribuidor independiente de Herbalife Nutrition y es para mí un honor, un privilegio, la verdad, que compartir con ustedes este día lo que vamos a aprender. Así que desde que conocí de Herbalife Nutrition 17 años atrás, déjenme decirles que descubrí un alto valor, un compromiso que esta compañía tiene para la humanidad y lo ha demostrado con el crecimiento que ha tenido sostenible en los últimos 40 años. De hecho, estamos celebrando nuestros 40 aniversario y eso nos alegra mucho. Gracias a este crecimiento, les cuento que hemos logrado llegar prácticamente alrededor del mundo. Es impresionante, más de 94 países. Y es simplemente el resultado de la calidad y el valor que nuestros productos tienen. El estrictos procesos de control de calidad, tantos científicos que están y médicos que están avalando nuestra nutrición, nuestros productos. Y hoy en día estamos viviendo un momento, la verdad, muy único, especial. Nos lleva a reflexionar sobre todo la necesidad de valorar un poco más esa importancia de la nutrición y de mantener una actividad física y activa. Y qué mejor oportunidad que la que tenemos en unos segundos de aprender de nuestra experta en esta área. Recuerdo haberla conocido cuando recién llegó a la compañía y que lanzó una serie de videos de entrenamiento en casa. Ella es medallista olímpica, experta en fitness, entrenadora personal, especialista en ejercicios grupales. Déjenme contarles que dirigió una sesión de ejercicio grupal, más grande que se ha registrado en el mundo, con cientos de miles de personas afines a Herbalife Nutrition, lo cual nos hizo ganar un récord Guinness. Les encantará su carisma, su energía. Ella es apasionada por la buena nutrición, así que démosle una cordial y emocionante bienvenida, Vicepresidenta de Rendimiento Deportivo y Educación Física para nuestra compañía, nuestra querida Samantha Clayton. Go ahead, Samantha. They're all yours.
Muchas gracias, Armando. Hola, estoy muy feliz aquí con ustedes. Thank you so much for having me today. Welcome to my home in LA. I'm so glad that you guys are joining me here in my home. I'll share with you, I just really am so excited to be part of this Herbalife journey. I've been with the company now for about almost 10 full years. I came to Herbalife at the launch of the 24 Sport line in 2011, and I was supposed to just be here for fitness. So I was brought in to do a fitness DVD, and I'm still here because I say that the products and the people made me want to make this my home and as part of my family. And so for today's presentation, I'm so excited to kind of talk about how we can all stay fit and healthy and have good nutrition right from the comfort of our own home. I know for myself right now, I am at home, my children are at home. We've been staying home for quite some time. And so I have some great tips for you in order to be practical and really get the best out of your fitness routine during this time. And so with that, let me share with you a few key concepts about fitness at Herbalife and what that means to me. So as I shared, I came to Herbalife. It's been quite some time ago now, and fitness was just becoming popular. And so we kind of thought about, what does fitness mean for everybody? What does exercise mean? And how should we put that together so that it makes sense for everybody's personal goal and personal journey? So what you'll see right here is we talk about the importance of 5 key pillars that really kind of make up this holistic approach of wellness and well-being. And so the first one is balance. So when you think about the word balance, think balanced nutrition, balanced fitness routine. We need to balance our lifestyle with work, family time, making sure we get enough sleep. Balance should always be at the top of our mind so that we can really focus on trying to live a balanced life. But that often starts with an individualized approach. And so we're all very different, and therefore we have to think of ourselves in that way. And so what I want you guys to think about is for the different stages and phases that you're at in your life, you need to adapt your nutrition and your exercise to fit what your goals are. So when you think about, they shared that I was an Olympic athlete before coming here. I started as an athlete at age 15 years old. I made the Olympic Games at 21. And during that time period, my training was very much individualized and structured for me to meet those goals in that timed fashion. From 15 to 21, I had a specific plan, specific meals, and it was all about me. And then I transitioned. I'm a mom now. I have 4 kids, inclusivo 3 hijos. So I have triplets. And so you think about the phases and the stages that my body went through, from athlete to pregnancy to post-pregnancy, getting my body back, to now in my 40s, aging. And so individualization is really something that I'm going to go into a lot of detail on today. Safety is key at Herbalife. We have a very strong safety message in everything that we do. Everything from the safety of our products, the ingredients that go into our products. We have our seed to feed philosophy, where we kind of control the process from the plants in the ground to what goes into a container. And we do safety checks all along the way to make sure we have a really great product at the end. Well, when it comes to fitness, safety also has to be top of mind, because when we're exercising, we need to exercise in the correct way so that we don't get hurt. We need to take care of our body. A favorite quote of mine comes from the amazing Jim Rohn, and it's, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. And I think, our body has to last us for the rest of our life. And so with that, safety is really key when it comes to, especially when you're getting started with an exercise routine. You have to listen to your body. So that's really key. And then nutrition timing, I'm going to go into a lot of detail on the importance of timed nutrition to get the best results for your body. And then I'm going to share with you about lifestyle and what lifestyle means. The fact that it's not just about being healthy for just today. Lifestyle means that you're going to be dedicated each and every day to doing the right things, to finding that balance, to nourishing your body with good nutrition. And so living a healthy and active lifestyle is so important. And so think about it. A lot of people, they go through phases of wanting to be healthy. So maybe they're getting ready for a wedding or a special party that they're going to. So they focus just for a few weeks. Because our body has to last us for the rest of our life, I believe that you should fall in love with taking care of your body and make those things a habit so that you'll do it each and every day. So now let me show you what that looks like as a picture. So when you think of that holistic approach, what does that look like? What should nutrition look like? And how does exercise and rest fit in with that? So you'll see in the outside circle, we have the key macronutrients and micronutrients that your body needs, as well as hydration. So these are the nutrition that your body needs just to be alive, basically. And then on the inside, we have exercise and rest. And these things together, I feel, complete a marriage together to enable you to get the best out of your body. When we think about healthy aging, we think about being able to stand up out of our chair, to feel good. We want our skin to be healthy. We want our heart, bones, hair to be healthy. We have a lot of control over those things by the way we take care of our body as part of that lifestyle. And so managing your nutrition, managing your exercise, and then rest is so important, because when it comes to rest, that's when your body is rejuvenating and replenishing and repairing the cells of the body. And so now this slide is for me to motivate you. A lot of people do not like to be physically active. I understand. I've been in the fitness industry now for 20 years. I've seen people who love exercise, and I've seen people who really hate exercise. And so I feel the best way to convince people the importance of being active is to share some of the amazing benefits of being active, what it does for your body. So of course, there are physical benefits, such as, we have improved heart health, bone health, joint health, and all of those physical things that help keep us active. But there are a lot of other things that kind of piece together, and you can see them on this slide. If you look on the corner, we see confidence. What does confidence mean exactly? Well, when I wake up every day and I have my Formula One shake for breakfast, I feel confident that I've given my body the nutrition it needs to have a great day. I've started my day out, I've given my body good nutrition, and now I'm ready to go. When I'm exercising, I know what it's doing for my body, and therefore it improves my confidence. When you have good posture, shoulders are back, chin is up, it just exudes this sense of inner confidence and peace that in turn leads to this overall sense of well-being. And well-being is not just how you feel physically. So, how does my body feel? How does my body move? But it really touches on the emotional aspect of what do I want? How am I doing? Do I feel okay? And so it's kind of that emotional and physical together. And then reduction of stress. So living a healthy and active lifestyle really does help to reduce our stress levels. So when we're stressed, our body releases a hormone called cortisol, and that just messes with our body. And so, but when we exercise, our body releases something called serotonins, and these flow through our bloodstream when we exercise, and we call them the feel-good hormones. And so exercise really promotes the release of those. And so I say exercise kind of naturally makes us feel good. And then finally, when you think about your lifestyle and being productive, even while we're at home during these times, I shared, I'm a mom of 4. Maybe many of you guys have kids or you have family to take care of, and we all have responsibilities. We may have a varying degree of responsibilities. I have 4 kids. You may have 1 or 2, but the same, it goes for everybody. We're all busy. We have things that we have to do in our life, and we want to be productive. One thing I learned as an athlete is when I'm feeling stressed, I didn't perform at my best. I didn't get the best out of my body. And as a mom, I feel that now too. If I'm feeling stressed, I'm maybe not the best mom. I may not get all of my chores done that I need to get done. But when I'm taking care of my nutrition, I'm exercising, I'm taking care of myself, I'm individualizing and making myself a priority, well, then I'm much more productive, I'm more alert, and that in turn improves my confidence. So you can see everything I talk about is like a cycle. If I don't have stress, I feel more productive. If I feel more productive, I feel more confident. If I'm feeling confident, my overall sense of well-being improves. This is just very simple concepts, but it's a real feel-good factor to know that you're in control of your body. Now, when it comes to overall nutrition, so I shared with you, we have our fitness philosophy of our 5 pillars. Well, with our nutrition philosophy, it's all about finding that balance. So that key pillar of balance, finding that balance that's right for your body. And so every single day, your body needs to have a mix of macronutrients, micronutrients. Your macronutrients include your protein, your carbohydrates for energy, the fats that your body needs. But we also, of course, need vitamins and minerals because they work together with those macronutrients. And we need to stay hydrated. And all of these things work together to make us feel at our best. Now, when I was an athlete, obviously my body's energy needs were very high. I needed a lot of energy because I was training so hard. Now I train a few times a day, so my energy needs have changed. And it's important we understand how to adapt to the energy needs of our body, because we all know that science shows us if we take in more nutrition than our body needs, our body's very smart. It stores that as body fat in the body, and therefore we gain weight, we store body fat. And if we take in too little nutrition each day, then our body doesn't perform at its best. We're more prone to illness. And so finding that balance for your body of taking in the optimal amount of nutrition, the right amount, the right balance is really important. And I feel that this slide really lays out what that balance kind of starts to look like. So now let's talk about personalization from the standpoint of fitness. So you'll see here, I've laid out 3 products on this slide. And they're to represent before exercise, during exercise, and after exercise. And I laid it out like this because I want to also explain to you, because I said I want to get you active at home, I want you to get moving. And so I want you to understand there are certain physical things that you need to do before, during, and after exercise in order to perform at your best and get good results. And then there's things you need to put into your body to get those good results. And there's a mindset that you also have to have in order to get the best out of your body. And so when we think about before exercise, let's start from a nutrition standpoint. What does your body need in order to exercise? Well, your body needs to have some energy. And our primary energy for exercise is we use carbohydrates for our exercise routine. Our body stores carbohydrates in the body, and we use that for our energy source. And so having a little bit of carbohydrate, a little bit of protein, and some hydration before you exercise can really help to give you a boost to perform at your best. Now, physically, before you start moving, what do you think you need to do then? Well, you need to do a warm-up, because we want to prepare the muscles and prepare the joints for that exercise routine, because that reduces our risk of injury. And so when you think about my buckets of individualization and safety, warming up is because it's super safe, much safer for your body if you provide your body with a warm-up before you exercise. And then you want to individualize, making sure you're getting the nutrition that you need. Now, during exercise, we all know what happens. Our heart rate goes up, we start getting hot, and so our body starts sweating. Nobody likes to sweat. I don't like to sweat. It doesn't feel good, doesn't smell so good, but it's a part of exercise. It's something we have to do. Now, when we're sweating, we're losing fluid from the body, and therefore it's important that we replace that fluid so that our body can run, our energy systems can continue to function at a great rate. And so it's really important that you hydrate your body while you're exercising. So for every 20 minutes or so when you're exercising, you should be sipping. And the reason something like CR7 Drive is wonderful for hydrating with during exercise is because it also contains electrolytes. Now, when you're sweating, you're not just losing water from the body. You're losing water, and you're also losing sodium and potassium. Your body's losing electrolytes from the body, and they're essential for our health. And so replacing them is really important through our foods and through our supplements. And so finally, on the right side, you'll see we have our rebuild strength, which basically represents protein. So when we're exercising, I want you to think of exercise as a form of stress on the body. Now, it's a healthy kind of stress. It's a stress that pushes our body to adapt and become fitter and stronger over time. But when you're exercising, think of these as your muscles. Your muscle fibers, when you're doing strength training, they tear a little bit. And this is just part of the growth process. So it's really important that you provide your body with the building blocks of muscle, which is protein, to make sure that as you tear those muscle fibers, your body has what it needs to repair and regenerate those cells. And so this basically outlines the pre, during, and post. And before I move on, let me share with you, what do you have to do after you exercise from a physical standpoint? You need to do a cool down and stretch the muscles, because when your heart rate's up and your heart rate's going and you're exercising, if you just suddenly stop without cooling down, a lot of the time people can feel dizzy, they may feel a little nauseous. And so I feel like it's really important that we follow that structure for the safety of our body with working out. We perform a warm-up, we do our workout that's structured and specific, and then we do a cool down with stretching after. So let me touch a little bit on Formula One. It's one of my favorite products. I start my morning every day to get my confidence with my Formula One, so that I know I'm starting my day with all the proteins, vitamins, and minerals that my body needs for a meal. And so whether you're exercising or not, you all know the importance of healthy breakfast, right? So of course, you provide yourself with fuel in the morning because you need to fuel your body for the day. Now, as you become more active, your body's fuel needs increase slightly. And so therefore, you need to be a little bit more mindful of what you're putting in your body, making Formula One what I call a real foundational product. It's something that we really need to think of as a real foundation for our day. Now, this slide represents a lot of different options for protein. Of course, when we're exercising, we need to have protein, but even when we're not exercising, we need to have protein, because protein is not just the building block for muscle, it's for skin, nails, hair. Protein is our first nutrient. Our body needs it in so many ways. And there's many different ways you can add that to your body, with bars, with shakes. You can also, with your meals that you prepare at home with chicken and fish and meat products, rice and beans. There's many different ways we can get protein into our body. I love, as a busy bee, to make sure that I have my supplements, because it's just a really easy and convenient way for me to provide that for the body. So on the last slide I share with you was about just Rebuild Strength. Rebuild Strength is from our sports line, and that contains additional branch chain amino acids. And that's just a fancy word for saying it's like the key that turns on muscle building. And so it also has extra vitamin B, some extra vitamins in there, because of course, if you're stressing your body, you need a little extra protein. And so what the good news is, there's so many different ways that you can get protein into your diet. You can add additional protein to your Formula One. You can go ahead and have a bar, just whatever feels right for your body. And that's where individualization really comes into play. What feels comfortable for each person is different. And so you have to think about your body and what your tastes are. I say we have different flavors for a reason, right? But so long as you're sticking with those key concepts of hydrating your body, providing your body with energy, and providing your body with protein, then you're on a really good path to be giving your body what it needs. Now, when you think about exercise, before you exercise, sometimes people feel like this. They're tired, you've been busy all day, and maybe you need a little boost to get you going. And so my personal booster before I work out, maybe it's because I'm British and we're famous for having tea in our lives. But, I'm a big fan of tea. I have tea because it has caffeine. I love the feeling of that boost that I get. I also love that it's kind of achieving two goals at once. It's hydration, because it's made with water, but it's also giving me that energy, that antioxidants. It makes me feel good. And so you can also rely on that yourselves. If you want to do your workout and you feel like you need a little pick-me-up before, tea is a really great option to provide you with that. Of course, prior to exercise, you could have your CR7 as well, because it's all about hydration. But during your exercise routine is where it really becomes so important. I'm so lucky that I get to work with a lot of our professional athletes all over the world. I work side by side with a doctor by the name of Dr. Dana Ryan. You guys may have heard of her before, but she's really works with our athletes all over the world in teams to help them personalize their nutrition for their specific sport, for their goals based on their body type. So she really works with them. And CR7 Drive has been a huge favorite because of the fact that it replaces those electrolytes. And when you're doing sports and you're sweating a lot, it's really important that you do replace those electrolytes into the body. I also love this product because it's filled with magnesium. It has a little magnesium in there, which is important for muscular contraction. And so again, each product has its own benefits to it that really kind of tie in with that. When you're exercising, your body may need a little more. And so therefore, I think, that's a really great base when you think about what does your body need, both physically and internally, for when you're exercising. And so with that, let's move on to the importance of just exercise in general. I think it's really amazing to think about what exercise does for our body. It's so important that we move our body, move our joints through their full range of motion each and every day. Because if you don't move your joints each day, they get stiff, they get sore. We all know we've probably been sitting at the computer a lot in our lives right now. A lot of people are home, they're sitting down. You need to move your body. And so you may have heard the term physical activity and also the term exercise. And they're both pretty much the same thing. You're moving your body. Where exercise has a slight difference in meaning is that exercise is purposeful. It's planned, it's timed, and it's specific. So think about that. Activity could be anything. You could be burning calories, cleaning your house, doing activities, playing with your kids. But if you're looking to get specific results, maybe you want to build muscle, or you want to improve your cardiovascular health, or you want to compete in a 5K race, so you have specific goals, your training plan also needs to be a little bit more specific. And so with that comes the different amount of timing that you need to have throughout the day. And so I thought it would be fun. I made this for you guys so that I could share with you some of my key tips, because I'm just like you. I may have been a pro athlete, but now I'm just a regular person, somebody who exercises for a living, somebody who has a busy lifestyle and kids. I also need to follow a routine and sometimes stop and put myself first. So I thought about what are my 8 top tips that really kind of make sense in terms of helping you go from being on the couch to getting active, or for those of you who are already active, how can you refine your activity routine to make yourself better, to help yourself take you to that next level? So as you can see, step number 1 is really simple. Pick a space, a designated space for your exercise routine. This is for your mindset more than anything else. When you think about it, when you go to your desk to do some work, maybe office work at the desk, you go to your desk, you sit down, this is the place that you're going to do your work. It gets you into a mindset. Even with kids, when they go to school, they put their little uniform on, they go to school. That's because they get there and it's like a mindset for them. Okay, I'm at school, now it's time to learn. I feel the same for exercise. The gym does that for us quite often, right? We go to the gym, we know our purpose. Well, right now we're not going to gyms, we're at home and we're working out from home. And so having a mat, just putting a mat aside, doing your exercise right there. It can be a very small space. You don't need a lot of space. The space can be just as big as your body. That's perfectly fine. So establish a space, that's key. Number 2, establish a schedule. When are you going to do your workout? Because human nature, we just put it off. Even someone like me, unless I schedule, you'll be like, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. And before you know it, the day is too busy and you forget to do it. And so I tend to set my alarm to get up early in the morning, and my morning schedule is that I'm going to do some exercise. I also will admit to doing a little bit at night as well. I like to do my yoga in the evening. So you get to choose for you, individualize. For me, it works. Early morning, and then before I go to bed, I split it up and do my routine in 2 sessions. Maybe you just want to do 1. Whatever you want to do that works for you is totally great. Tip number 3 is all about motivation and inspiration. Music makes us feel good. You know it. You put music on in the car, what do? Your body just can't help but move to the beat. It's just what music evokes in our body. It makes us feel good. And so I encourage people to put on some music, get into the great mood. It just kind of, again, it's about the mindset, and it gives you that motivation, especially if you pick a good playlist. So when you're doing hard exercises, it kind of motivates you to keep going. Of course, invite your family members to join you in your workout. That can be in person because they live in your home. It can be through Zoom. It can be over the phone. Whatever you need to help you stay accountable is the key. So my morning workout, I like to be selfish. That's mommy time. I like to have my own workout in the morning. But in the afternoon or the evening, I love to involve my family. I love to have them do yoga with me or go for a walk. It just motivates me to get that second session in. So, you know, I say once you find out what you fall in love with, help somebody else fall in love with it too. So involve your family because it'll keep you accountable. And then from there, find a workout online, write it down, or follow it online. But when you get to that little space, when I get to my mat, I already have in my mind what I'm going to do. It's all about being prepared. If you're prepared, again, you're more likely to stick with it. So staying prepared. Change up your routine. We're creatures of habit. Maybe you like to do the exact same routine every day, but doing the same every single day, day after day, can lead to repetitive injuries. It kind of makes us lose our love for it. And it's important that you get a balanced routine. So cardio, strength, flexibility. You got to mix it up. You need to give your body parts a rest in days in between. So if you are doing leg work one day, you need to mix it up and do chest the next. Quite often we get into this system where we're doing the same thing over and over and over again. But I really am a big believer that mixing it up will get you the best results and just make you feel better. And again, safety is key. And through my studies, I've really realized that mixing up your routine, especially from a joint standpoint, is really important, that you give your legs a rest every now and again. And then Write your achievements down. That's an athletic tip that I have for you. Being an athlete, it's something I got used to, but now I do everything that way. I have checklists. That's my thing. I write checklists every day, and I write things down because it's like rewarding yourself. You can feel good and boost your confidence by saying, check, I did this today. And then finally, make yourself a priority. It's all about you. It's all about making sure that you schedule that time so that you can make sure that you're doing what you need to feel good, look good, feel at your best. And so now you're probably wondering, okay, Samantha, I'm ready to do a bit of exercise. I think I can put music on. I can get going. How much do I need to do? Well, the answer is organizations like the World Health Organization and many others recommend a minimum of 30 minutes on 5 days of the week. So 150 minutes per week. It may seem like a lot, but when you break it down, it's really not that much. You could do 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. You can always just mix it up, but try to get that minimum. Now, of course, if you have very specific goals that you want to build muscle, maybe you're trying to tone up or lean up, whatever your specific goals are, maybe you might need to increase that time a little. But as a very base, for every person, 30 minutes should really kind of be your baseline. Try to get in 30 minutes a day. And this slide may look busy, but there are two concepts I want you to understand. If you do too little, you will not see change in your body. If you do too much, you risk becoming injured. You have to find that space in between of balance. Push your body enough to adapt, but don't push yourself so hard that you're really, I don't want you to jump off the couch right now and do too much exercise. Build up, be kind to your body. It's all about being kind, one step at a time. I often talk a lot about the importance of building muscle. Now, building muscle is not always about wanting to look big and buff or lean. Building muscle is important for healthy aging because as we age, we want to be able to step out of our chair. We want to be able to get up and down. We want to be able to do those activities of everyday life, just like carrying groceries, picking up kids. That requires us to have muscular strength, and therefore you should really focus on that. But one of the things most people don't realize is that muscular strength and building that lean body mass in particular, that it's the lean body mass, really helps with our metabolism. So the scientific way of saying it is that muscle is more metabolically active than fat. But simplified, it basically just means that when you have more lean mass in your body requires more calories to sustain that lean mass every single day. And that overall helps with your metabolism and helps for maintaining our body shape and size. And so it's something that's really important to keep in mind, that muscles and building strength doesn't always mean just to look big. That's not what we want. We want to take care of our muscles for so many other reasons. Now, these next few slides are super fun. Squats, doing squats correctly, making sure that you're doing a few sets because repetition is the key to success. Our next slide is going to show you some push-ups for the chest. I always start with squats because that works the glutes, and the glutes are the biggest muscle. If you're working the biggest muscle, you're burning more energy. Chest and back, the same, a big muscle group. And so now, again, doing push-ups, repetitive. It's about repeating them. You could do push-ups on your knees or up on your toes. You get to choose. And then lunges. That's another exercise that I think is just really easy. It's just like an extended walk almost, a step forward and a step back. But it's these basic exercises that can really help to build that muscular strength. So our next slide was going to show you all about cardiovascular health. It's all about your heart. Your heart is a muscle. You want your muscle to be efficient, to pump blood around the body. And so it's really important that you work that muscle every time that you can. So working your heart muscle, again, on those 5 days of the week, 30 minutes at a time, I think is really important for building that cardiovascular fitness. But you don't have to just go out for a long run. You can do simple exercises at home. A lot of people think of cardio as something that's just plodding along. It's boring. They don't like it. You can make it so fun. Look at all of these examples that you can do just to get your cardio and heart rate up. And so with that, maybe it's time for you guys to get up with me and we can move together and go and do some exercise really quickly, so I can show you how it's done. But for that, I'm going to have to take you on a little journey, and you're going to have to come with me. So let me move my cords out the way. Here I am. We've been sitting for a while, so for every hour that you're sitting at home, I need you to get up for a couple of minutes. So this is our couple of minutes. Let's have a little bit of fun together, okay? So if you're sitting down right now, I want you to go ahead and stand up for me. Right. I'm gonna pop this here. Look at this, we're getting set up. I've got a little microphone. Let me turn that on. Right. Okay, hopefully you're standing up and you've got nothing around you in your way. Clear some space, because I want us to exercise together for a moment, just so you can see what it feels like to exercise. So let me put my little mic on so you can hear me. There we go. Right, so I already shared with you, what do we do when we need to exercise? We need to warm up the body to prepare the body for exercise. So we have our nutrition, we're hydrated, then we stand up, and all we're going to start with, just some basic shoulder rolls, rolling your shoulders back. Oh, you can stretch your neck from side to side. Shrug your shoulders, shrug them back. It feels so good. When we're sat down, we get tight chest muscles, so just stretch out. And then we can make our stretches a little bit more cardio in nature by doing some lifts, lifting the arm from side to side. Reach in front of the body. Come on, you guys. Join me. If you're still sitting down, I need you to stand up with me. From here, we can go to a march. And now this is encouraging my heart rate, blood's flowing. I can turn that into a little jog, make it a little bit harder. So as I increase my intensity level, my body's having to work harder, my heart's having to pump faster. Simple jumping jacks, we can do step to the side. So this is our modified version. Again, just warming up the joints, warming up the body. From here, we can go to half jumping jacks. Or you can go to full jumping jacks, all the way, hands over the head. Okay, now let me show you a few exercises for strength. I just showed you squats. All a squat is a sit down and a stand up tall. We sit down and we stand back up. Now, if you were to do 3 sets of 10 to 12 squats, that's a perfect set. And it doesn't take too long. You don't need a lot of space for that. The other exercise I showed with you was down on the floor. So let me adjust my camera so you can see me, look. If we get down onto the floor, we can do push-ups. Or you can drop to your knees and do some push-ups. Working the chest, working the back, working the glutes in this position. People always want to know how to work their abs. And so we can work our abs down on the floor. We just lay down on the mat. We could do a simple crunch. Join me for a few. Or if you're more advanced, you could be right here. Now I'm really challenging my core. Or I could do one leg at a time. Come back up to standing. Look at this. And then from here, we could do some real structured work. We could do leg lifts out to the side. If you don't have good balance, you could just hold on to something. Leg lifts to the front. Leg lifts to the other side. And again, each one of these exercises, you could maybe just do 3 sets of 10. And that would be perfect. Take you 20, 30 minutes of time. You'd be good to go. So finally, we end with a stretch. Big breathe in. Oh, stretch over. hug your knee, hug your other knee. One last stretch, stretching out the quads. Great job. Right. I'm very impressed. I hope you're all feeling good. And you got to see, I wanted to show you that you don't need a lot of space, okay? You don't need a lot of space in order to exercise. I didn't move from one spot. I was in one little position on the floor, standing up. And, you know, that really works for your body. You don't need a whole lot of space. And so with that, the importance of nutrition. So I'm out of breath. Think about that, 5 minutes, and even I'm out of breath a little. Hopefully you are too. But, you know, nutrition is really important. So one of the things that I always do after I exercise is I have my shake, because I want to make sure that I'm giving my body that protein. And of course, I'm prepared to make my shake right here, because I want to show you there's no excuse. It's so easy to give your body what it needs, right? All I have to do, scoop a little in, scoop a little extra. This is my second scoop right here. And it's that simple, you guys. So, you know, as an athlete, I think it was really important for me to have the convenience. So right after my workout, I could provide my body with what it needs right away after my session. But now as a mom, I find myself needing it even more, to be honest, because that way when I'm on the go, I can take care of my body just so much easier when I rely on supplements. Now, of course, we always want to rely on supplementation as well as our nutritious diet at home. It's important that you really balance that nutrition. So let's move on to our next slide. Fantastic. And so with that, as you can see, we have tools, because a lot of the time you don't know what to do, right? You're probably thinking, okay, Sam, you've given me the motivation, I can get some music, I'm ready, I have the tips, but maybe you don't know what to do. And so that's where technology comes in handy. You can literally just go online, you can find amazing tools on our Herbalife website to kind of help you get through. And so the one that you'll see in the middle, the fitness portal, you'll be so excited that I managed to have my site translated into Spanish, especially for you guys. And so it should be ready this week. And so that way you'll be able to go onto the Herbalife Nutrition Fitness site, and you'll be able to follow my workouts and the workouts of my team. It's free. It's something that you can just access. There's coaching tips, train with an athlete, just incredible. So I'm really looking forward to, making sure that people all over the world have access to our amazing workouts. I think that that's great. So rely on tools that you can find. I think that that's important. And then finally, I'm going to end by saying I already shared in my tips the importance of recording what you're doing, having a checklist, keeping yourself accountable. But I wanted to kind of show you what it looks like to kind of plan out and record what you're doing, because it allows you to reward yourself. If I know anything about the human body, it's that we do well when we inspire ourselves to feel additional confidence each day. And when you keep a training diary or an exercise journal or nutrition journal, whatever you want to call it, it allows you to do a few things. It allows you to look back at your success and be like, wow, look how far I've come. But it also allows you to plan for the future and set your goals of where you want to be. And then, as I shared with you, life's like this. You know, our nutrition, our exercise habits, they change based on what's going on in our life. Think about it. When my triplets were 2 years old, I was having to squeeze in exercise, 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. And I had gone from being an athlete that trained nonstop every single day. And so our body adapts. And so when you write things down, it allows you to look back at what you've done in the past and learn from that. And so I hope today that you have been inspired to take care of your nutrition, rely on your friends and family, and to get active and realize that you can do that at home. You need to do that now more than ever to take care of your body. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for being with me today, and I look forward to coming to the countries to visit you soon. I hope. We'll see.
Awesome.